This is such a beautiful September morning. It is sunny, it is crisp, and we are headed to Dollar Tree. Today we are going to craft some beautiful DIY crafts for fall, and we're going to start with these canvases. Now, recently I posted another video where I used the frame of one of these canvases. They are a 16 by 20. Huge canvases. You get two in a pack, so from Dollar Tree Plus, and you can find these pretty much any time of the year. I flipped it over and I'm just going to remove all the staples and then look at that beveled frame that was inside of that canvas. All right, so this is a super large canvas. I am not getting rid of it because we can use it for another craft. So I'm just going to roll it up so it stays nice and straight for me. I'm going to dry brush some white chalk paint onto the frame. Now you can leave it as is, or you can also stain it if you want, or paint it solid in any color you want. I wanted to see a little bit of that wooden grain, so I'm just going to dry brush some white paint, let that dry. Currently, Dollar Tree has these beautiful metal pumpkins, and I grabbed 3 of them, and we're going to create a super large pumpkin patch sign for the wall. So I'm going to place them kind of where I think they look nice. So I'm just going to place one taller than the other, and then mark with a permanent marker where I want to cut, and use my wire cutters to cut them to size. Now I'm going to try to find a drill bit that's going to fit the size of each of the picks. That way we can place them inside the frame. So I'm going to place the drill bit on my drill, and then we're just going to place those pumpkins again where I want them. And now I'm going to mark the actual frame and where I want to drill a hole. I don't want to drill a hole that goes all the way through, just about maybe halfway through. And once I had all 3 holes drilled, basically it's just hot glue. That's all it needed, friends. So just dab a little bit of hot glue right in each hole, place the pumpkin, hold it for a little bit until it holds, and then just place the other 3, one kind of in front of the other, and then make sure that the front little one is in front of everyone. That way you can see it nicely. And I'm going to lay it flat, and now we're just going to add some florals and some greeneries to just really add a texture and color and just some fall foliage style. And we're just about done with this one. I tell you what, this one was one of the easiest crafts considering how large it is. Will look great in any home decor. What do you think? This next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to start with this lighted pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and this is their, it's just $1.25. I'm going to remove all of the covering. This is from their Halloween section, and it's not quite my style, so I want to give it a new look. Removing the covering was really easy. Just make sure then you remove the battery pack and remove it from that as well. I'm going to take some aluminum foil and I'm just going to shape a larger stem. This was really easy, and then I'm just going to keep adding until I kind of like the size, and then I'm just going to fold it and twist it in a shape that looks really nice compared to the size of the pumpkin. And then, of course, I want to cover the stem, so I'm just going to use some natural color raffia, but you can use whatever you have at home. The key to this, my friends, is you want to tighten it. So when you are rolling it around the stem, just want to make sure that you're pulling and tugging and tightening as you go. That way it's not going to fall. After I secured it with a little bit of hot glue, I did add some batteries to the battery pack, and it works. So I'm just really happy about that. And now we're going to place it right back on the bottom of the pumpkin, and we're going to take some cute little flowers. Now, you can hot glue this in place. I didn't want to add hot glue and it be oozing all over the place because I just kind of placed them and they stayed put. I left them like this, but you can hot glue them if you want, but I think it looks gorgeous. It went from really cute Halloween decor to a stunning fall pumpkin, but what do you think of this one? This next Dollar Tree DIY craft is super easy. We're going to take this fall pumpkin and remove the bow as well as the stem. We do not need those. Then I'm going to take the entire thing and I am going to paint in a beautiful moss color by Waverly. And I'm going to give one coat, although I did have to touch up here and there where you can kind of see through. Friends, if you have not joined my email list, I would love for you to consider doing so. I email just once a week with uploads as well as any updates from my business and channel, so check it out. It is linked below. All right, so these beautiful glittery metallic style leaves are at Dollar Tree currently. They come two in a pack and they come in green and orange and they have a little clip in the back. I'm going to take one of the green ones, remove the clip, and hot glue it to the bottom right corner of what will be another pumpkin, but a little bit more updated. I'm going to add one of these leftover leaves from another pick and a beautiful orange flower right there in front of the glittery one. This is going to add texture, levels, character. I love it. All right, so I always keep a bag filled with Dollar Tree stems, and I'm just looking for one that I think is going to look great, and I found one. I'm going to add a ton of hot glue. I think I overdid the glue. I'm going to place the stem right on top, and then I'm going to add some more of that raffia right up there, just 2 strands, and I'm just going to tie it in knots. That's it. And I'm not going to bow it because it's just already a lot going on the bottom of the pumpkin. And then I did decide to add a second one because I just felt like I just needed a friend. So I'm just going to add one more. You can skip this part. You don't have to, but I think it turned out so beautiful. It has like a farmhouse glam look to it, and it will look great in any fall decor. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this frame from Dollar Tree. Again, one of those things where the size, the color is beautiful, but the design is not really my style. We're going to turn it into a beautiful fall decor. This wood tone on the frame is absolutely perfect. You can darken it up if you want. You can paint it if you want. I happen to really love this tone, so I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm going to remove the little clips, and they come off really easily using some pliers, and then the design comes right off. It's just like a picture frame. I'm going to take this little velvet pumpkin from Dollar Tree. It has this beautiful hunter green color to it, and I just thought it would be perfect for this frame. I'm going to find a place where I know I want to hot glue it, and I'm just going to add some hot glue and place it right on top. That being said, the pumpkin did fall off of it, so I would use something stronger than hot glue, maybe some E6000, and that'll work perfectly. This is another flower from Dollar Tree, beautiful color. I think it complements that green perfectly. I'm going to remove it from the clip, and I'm just going to dry fit it onto the frame, and I'm just going to flip it so you can see what I'm looking for. I want to know where the flower touches the frame, so then I know where to add hot glue, and then it attaches nicely. That way you're not over hot gluing it, and it's just going to attach nicely. So that's just a little trick I learned. So I'm just going to place it right there to the left hand of the pumpkin. I'm going to use one of these galvanized words. They come in a pack of 3 at Dollar Tree. I'm going to use the harvest one, and I'm just going to place it. Now, I will tell you, please place this before you place the pumpkin and the flower because it became really hard. So I should have done this part first. I'm going to kind of mark where the galvanized word touches the frame and then add hot glue and place it. And then be careful because the galvanized tin does get really hot with the hot glue. This is a knotty cutting board that I got at Target from the Hearth and Stone section. This one was a little bit more. It was about $19.99, but a great size, great quality, and perfect for decor season after season. I'm going to show you how I would stage it. I'm just going to place it right there. Place a couple of these acorns, little pumpkins from Target Dollar Spa. Nothing expensive, nothing extravagant, just beautiful little details. And all of this beautiful Dollar Tree supplies turned into this gorgeous high-end looking fall decor that I absolutely love. These all the time at the crafting section at Dollar Tree. They come small ones, and this one's on the larger side. I'm going to remove everything from it, and I'm just going to give it a quick light sand to remove any splinters or roughness, and then dust it really well. I'm going to give it 1 coat of Waverly chalk paint in the white, and then I'm going to let it fully dry. On my trip to Dollar Tree, I found this cute little pumpkin patch caramel apple sign. It had this beautiful farmhouse truck. I just absolutely love the color and the style. So we're not going to do anything to the actual design of it, except we are going to update the pumpkins that are on it. I wanted to have more of a 3D look. I'm sure you see some creators do something similar to this. So I'm just going to grab some of my foam pumpkins from Dollar Tree and just start looking for ones that kind of match the size and style of the original ones on the truck. A serrated knife is the best one I've used to cut through these foam pumpkins. They go right through it. I'm going to cut the back of this larger one, as well as a little bit of the bottom, to give it that flat look that it's going to make it look like it's inside the truck. I'm going to do the same thing with some smaller ones, again, to create that effect and have a flat side where we can hot glue them to the truck here in a little bit. I am going to paint a couple of them just to brighten them up and also add some colors that I think will look really good and complement the arrangement. The white one I am going to brighten up a little bit with some Waverly white chalk paint, and then one of the smaller ones I am going to paint blue. I'm going to drill and just whiten the hole that was already on one side of the plank, and I am going to drill another one to match on the other side. This is so that we can hang the sign later on. Dollar Tree carried these window clings that are just absolutely beautiful to work with. They work on plastic, they work on glass, and actually work on tin as well. Now, they don't work on wood, so I am going to Mod Podge it to the board, and I'm not going to add any Mod Podge to the top. I'm just going to add it to the bottom, and of course I want to flatten it and remove any bubbles that I may see. Now it's time to add some of the pumpkins onto the truck. I'm just going to hot glue the larger one, then add the smaller one to the sides. Of course, the blue one looks so cute there. It doesn't matter if you see some of the design because we're going to cover it up using some florals from Dollar Tree as well as a pine cone. I almost forgot to add the stems to my pumpkins, so I'm going to do that here real quick. I'm just going to grab a stick from the outside, just cut it into smaller pieces, and just press it right on top of each pumpkin. This is going to add texture and more of a rustic, realistic look. I'm also going to add some of these little neutral color berries that you can find at Dollar Tree. This one was part of a pick, but you can find them separate as well. I'm just going to hot glue one towards the bottom of the arrangement, and again, that little pine cone to finish it off. Now it's time to just add the truck to the side of the plank, and it's just going to finish it off so nicely. Of course, we're going to add the jute string, and look how stunning it looks. I placed that on top of this cutting board that I already had on hand. I love the way they look on the cutting board, and I just think it looks stunning. Alright, my friends, let me know which one is your favorite. And here's another video for you with tons more of Dollar Tree Fall DIY crafts inspiration. Click on it. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.